Up, 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 up. Don't run me over, girl. Easy. Big tank.
Hello, everyone. This is Trish. Today we have Roy with Roy Mosley Farms, and I'm so happy he's here. Hey, Roy.
Hey, how you doing, Trey?
Thank you for being here.
Thank you
I
for
know
having me.
I've been asking you, and you've been such a busy guy, but I wanted you here because you have an awesome operation going with your vegetable and pig feeder program. Is it a program or is it basically a business?
Yes, Free the Pig operation.
Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah. Basically, what we try to do is we hit the market of trying to supply people that don't necessarily want to try to run a breeding herd or incur the cost of running a breeding herd or just having to deal with farrowing period. So we start big groups of feeder pigs. We breed them, get them going, and send them off to the farmers, and they buy them, and then they grow them out and use them for butcher purposes for their clients or whoever they're selling to.
Okay. Is it something that you have to nourish and grow, or can someone jump right into this type of hog and pig farming?
No, the farrowing is the breeding and farrowing is really the hardest part. I mean, the growing is its own challenge. It has its own set of challenges, but the farrowing is the most important part. What you do to that sow while she's toting those pigs through her gestation is going to determine what type of pig that you have in the end. And what type of meat quality you have. So, like the person that's doing the breeding got to know, what kind of genetics you need. What kind of markers are you trying to hit? What do you want that meat to look like in the end? And you also would just um, running the sows, running a breeding herd, um, what it takes to feed them and take care of all of those sows all the way through their gestation. That's the most important part.
Which breeds are the best to grow for hog farming?
That's a loaded question. You can start a fight or argument amongst hog farmers about what's the best breed. I just tell people whatever breed is best for what you're doing. For us, we use a lot of old line genetics. We've done some crossing with old line and new line genetics um, to try to increase like litter sizes and that type of thing. But a lot of your old breeds were renowned for the taste, and the type of meat quality that they had, which is totally different from the type of hog that's being bred that we eat on a commercial scale out of the store now. So,
Okay.
you know, it's just about finding the balance of what you need. Um, just finding that balance of what you need and just taking the time out, to really put all those pieces together. It's almost like putting a puzzle together. So we run a Berkshire base. We use O-line Duroc. We use commercial cross blue butts,
Mhm.
large, and just over the years of just refining that and you know getting it to a certain point, we got what we got now.
Okay. So basically, you just need to do your research and find the breed that's best for you, depending on what you want to do.
Exactly, whatever type of market you have, because that's what people mess up. If you're going into the charcuterie market, where you're going to be messing with high-end restaurants that need a certain type of meat, for the charcuterie boards, you're not going to go out and get a super lean hog. That's not
Hmm.
what. I just tell people you gotta figure out what your market is first, and then build a hog for your market. Even if that means taking more than one breed to build what you need. So
Yeah. I
yeah.
noticed like in the cattle farming, they have an age limit before they actually process it. Is it the same way with hogs?
Yes. Like the meat that you buy at the store is what they consider a top hog, 230 to 275 pounds. Um, which the commercial people are getting them there way faster than they used to. You
Hmm.
know, in 5 months now, that pig is already that size. So you have barbecue hogs, which will be around like 80 to 100 pounds. So it's kind of just all in, what size you needing for what you're doing.
So it's not about the age, it's about the size.
Yeah, it's with the size with pigs because they grow so much faster than a cow. You know,
Mm,
take, that 14, 15 months to get that cow that size. Like I say, in 6 to 8 months, you
hmm.
already pig to that size he needs to be. And anything after that, pigs lay down, they grow different from cows. And the fact that once they reach their limit and that size that they need to be, anything after that is mostly fat. So you kind of wasting money to keep feeding them past that. Some people do the 300 pounds or a little above that size. But
Hmm.
anything that if you're not growing that female out to be a replacement mom or something like that, you know, it'll be time to go ahead and harvest them or part ways with them at that size.
All right. So as far as you, Roy, why hogs?
Um, my granddad had hogs, cows, and chickens when I was growing up. My grandma actually sold brown eggs. Um, and like I said, we had cows, hogs, and we row crop, did vegetables. I just always been fond of pigs. I just kind of always been drawn to them. That's always been my favorite farm animal ever since I was a little boy. Like I like raising cows and chickens and stuff too, but
Hmm.
pigs, and pigs ain't for everybody. I've seen a lot of people try to get started with pigs and
Hmm.
an animal that you have to be patient with and learn about before you just jump into it. You know, that's why
Yeah.
I tell when you starting out, don't just try to get a bunch of them and start out. Maybe start with a couple and learn a pig. Before you go diving into it like that.
I noticed your pigs look a little spoiled to me. They roaming on all this land and free. I don't
They
see any
are, they
fences
are,
or anything.
they are, but they aren't. We have fences and all to keep them contained. We do a lot of rotational grazing, so they're all the time being moved to different pastures and fresh pasture. You know, um, right now we're on a 2 week rotation.
Hmm.
This trying to break our pastures down even smaller and go to a weekly rotation where every week they're moved to a different pasture and we, just run them around in a cycle. And it keeps the grass more healthy and the pigs more healthy. You don't have
Hmm.
but parasite build up or anything like that when keep a move on the line of kind of the way that you do cattle. But they have to work. A lot of the genetics, like in these commercial houses now, those pigs are built to be confined and fed high protein for high production. Well, that
Mm,
is you put them outside. When you put them outside, that's a totally different world from being having to go forage and pick up a lot of your nutrition and all naturally, and
mm-hmm.
fed to you in a feed. And me bringing different feed stuffs to the farm. We utilize everything, all of our vegetable trash. Like when we finish greens and cabbages and all of that, anything that we don't use it gets fed to the pigs.
Because
Squash,
you grow vegetables too, right?
yes, and vegetables is a big part of our operation. So
Mm-hmm.
any trash goes to the pigs. We go as far as when we finish with a vegetable, we go through and pick everything off of the field that we can, and we take it back and feed that to the pigs. Anything that was left over, we feed that
Right.
also. Yeah.
Is it expensive or does the vegetable growing helps?
Yeah, the vegetable growing itself is expensive, just with um labor. Labor costs with vegetables because there's not a lot of machines to do all of the jobs or at the scale that I'm at, to be able to afford those machines. So it's a lot of hand labor as far as harvesting and that type of thing. So that's what makes the vegetable side kind of expensive. Um, it kind of helps not to have that wastage where other farmers would lose a crop, if it got any kind of disease in it or they wasn't able to pick it on time or frostbitten, and they would have to throw that away and have a complete loss. Where me having the pigs is kind of like I recycle and I get some of my money back. So I don't completely use that vegetable trash that we feed out. You know, those trailers we haul in might feed them for 3 days, you know, or 4 days that we don't have to really give them anything else for supplement. So
Okay.
on that, you know, I get some type of return out of it.
All right. So if somebody wanted to get started in pig farming, I heard you say just get a few pigs, get to learn the pig, get to know the pig,
Yeah.
and just start off with a few meaning what, maybe 2 or 3?
Yeah, like if you know, if you just wanting to have, say, some pigs for the butcher for your family, or if you're trying to do like homesteading, you know, I
Mm-hmm.
would get maybe 2 and grow those out together. Out, don't start with 1, get 2 if you're gonna grow them out. You know, they do better. They're gregarious creatures and they love to be around other pigs and people.
Mm-hmm.
They got personality, so I mean,
Yeah.
they'll grow better and do way better if you at least have 2 of them.
All right.
So
So
that
not one, but more than one.
yeah, but just get a couple to start out with, grow them out, see what it takes to grow them out, how much feed, that way you can get on the number side and really learn and see how much feed it actually took you, you know, to grow that pig and that type
Mm-hmm.
of thing. So yeah, and
Okay.
then you can move up the next year after that if you say, okay, that wasn't bad, you know, I can handle 2 pigs. So then move into 5 or whatever you need, or then if you're wanting to raise breeding stock, you know, you can start off with raising you a pair if you want to get a boar, or, you know, a boar in the south, and then raising them and actually getting the chance to raise them up before, instead of just going out buying breeding stock that's ready to breed.
Okay. So you want to, then after that, you want them to get to what, 365 pounds? How much should they weigh before?
No, if you want to just butcher them out, like for your family or something, between that top hog size would be about 230 to about 275.
Okay. But what if you don't have a scale to weigh? How can you tell? Do you go by age?
You can monitor the months, you can, but that's not always necessarily, because, you know, everybody got to learn, you know, as far as that feeding curve, because some people might get pigs and not exactly be feeding them right, and it do what they call stunting them, and it
Mm-hmm.
might be a month behind or 2 months behind,
Mm,
feed that pig an extra month or 2 months to get into that same size. You see what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can kind of indicate off of the months that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as what's the right word? Is it, I don't want to say the word slaughter. Can we say harvest? Does that mean the same thing?
Yeah, that's what we say most time. We say harvest when you take them to harvest.
So when it's time to harvest, um, do you do it?
Yeah, we do some, and we have done some, but like, far as what our retail sell, it has to go through a USDA certified facility. So
Mm-hmm.
I have to haul my pigs like 3 hours to a facility to get them butchered and well, harvested, as we say, and they take care of all of that. It comes back packaged with my farm name and all of that stuff, and I pay for that service. So, but
Okay.
that way everything's right on my end, and I can turn around and do retail sale.
So commercially, you do need USDA certified paperwork.
Yes, if you want to try to resell it. Now, if you're just getting some pigs butchered for yourself personally, we call them mom and pop butcher shops. You can take it to them, and it'll come back wrapped like in the white paper, and it'll have not for retail sale on it, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's your family. So, but if you're trying to resell and get into all of that kind of stuff, it has to go through a USDA certified facility.
Okay. So besides going through the facility, is there any other paperwork involved?
No, that's the main thing. Like it going through that process is gonna take care of everything. You're gonna have your paperwork on the pig,
Mm-hmm.
everything, you know, where it was inspected, all of that is gonna be in your paperwork. So when you get it and you come back and get your meat processed, you know, you come back and pick up your meat, all of that's in there. So
So basically, each pig that you sell needs to be inspected.
yeah, if it's gonna be retail sale, if you're gonna
Mhm.
send it out to sell to somebody else, yeah.
How do you get it inspected though? Who does that?
They do that at the slaughter facility. That's what I'm saying. You
Okay,
have to
so
take it to
one-stop
that.
shop.
Yeah, they have there. Everything's done there. They have
That's
a
good.
on-site inspector that has to look at that meat. When that animal is killed, it has to be inspected, and once it's busted up, took down and de-gutted and all of that, they have to inspect that carcass to make sure there's no deformities, no sign of disease, all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm saying. That take care of everything.
I'm glad to know that because I definitely plan on buying some of your sausages. So everybody listening, there is a Ray Mosley sausage out
Roy.
there.
Yeah.
See how I be messing up people's name all day? Roy. I'm going to say Roy Mosley Farm sausage. So what else do you sell and process?
We have breakfast sausage, link sausage, and bacon is our main thing. And then we used to do all of the cuts, but now the only way you get in all of the cuts is if you buy a half pig or a
Mhm.
whole, which we offer a whole pig for $1,000 and a half a
Mhm.
pig $600. But that's
When you
process.
say a whole pig, it's already cut up.
Yeah, that's a whole pig process or half pig process already. That pay for your processing, everything. When that pig comes back to you, it'll be a whole pig how you want it. You'll tell me if you want, how thick you want your pork chops to be, all of that stuff. Your ribs out of them, you
Mhm.
know, roast and stuff cut out of your hams,
Mhm.
and your bacon, all of that stuff. You want jowls. You tell me how you want your pig. I give you a sheet of all of what you can get, and you tell me how you want the pig.
What would
And then,
fill up a freezer? Will one pig fill up a freezer?
oh yeah, one pig is enough to feed a family. I mean, for a while. I mean, I have some people that come. I have one lady, that is her and her daughter, and they come get one every year. I have another family that come and get about two pigs a year,
Mhm.
and we have two families that come get a whole pig together, and they just take a half. So if you got like a chest freezer just for you, if you
Mhm.
want a half, we'll put you enough meat where you could come in there and get breakfast sausage, link sausage, bacon, pork chops, roast, whatever you want out of your freezer. So
Okay. I'm definitely interested in getting some, but I have a not so smart question, but it's something that I've always wondered. What part of the pig is the bacon?
the stomach. It's
No, don't say that.
Yeah, the smoked pork belly. That's what they do that and then it's cut in the bacon.
The
It,
stomach? I've
yeah,
been
it's
eating.
not like the intestinal stomach, like the not that,
Oh, okay.
like the belly of the pig. I should put it like that, not the stomach, the belly. That would be a better way to put it. Like when you see fresh pork bellies and all that stuff,
Mhm.
bacon pork belly that's been smoked or however you wanted to cure it, and then sliced into bacon.
So basically, they cut the belly of the pig, smoke it, and then that's bacon.
Yeah. It's
So
the
it's
way that part of the body lays down fat. Every part of the body don't do that. That's why bacon
mm,
is just the fat in the meat like that. It's the way that part of him lays down the meat. That's what makes bacon unique.
I love bacon, and I'm
Yeah.
just now finding out I'm eating the belly of the pig.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. You know what? That's why it's not good to know everything. Some things
But
you
that ain't
just don't need to know.
no, there ain't nothing wrong with
You know
that.
what I'm saying? I mean, it's like the more you know, the more responsible you have to be.
Yeah.
So I should have never asked because I was planning on cooking me some bacon today. Mm, 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 mm. Roy, so you've seen every part of a pig.
Yeah, me and my when I was young, my granddad, we for our family every year I thought everybody grew up like that where I grew up in my small town. We butcher like 10 pigs every year for the family, and they come
Mhm,
down, Atlanta, Savannah, and we do a whole hog killing where the men we would actually, shoot the pigs, bring them out with the tractor, bring them in. We would roll them in the water and dehair them, and then we have a station set up where it went from that pig walking around to that morning to the afternoon. It's been cut up into everything, and my grandma and them making sausages and all of that kind of stuff and cracklings and all of that to that afternoon us actually eating, some of the pig fresh. don't get no fresher than that. The store can't even
Mhm.
get no fresher than that, to everybody having coolers of meat, of everything to take back with them.
That's wealth.
Yeah, and
That's
I just
wealth right there.
yeah, that meant a lot. I mean, that was neat. I didn't understand the value of it until I got older, but you know,
I can't even get $2 from my family, let alone a whole cooler of some meat for my family.
oh yeah, my granddad did that
That's
every year.
wealth.
Yeah, we did vegetables for the family. Everybody can come down and get fresh vegetables from the farm. We did all of that. That's why it was sad when once he died, and then the
Mhm.
family kind of started fighting amongst each other and fell apart over the land. And,
You
and
have to keep that going, Roy.
yeah, and to see that legacy go down. Well, I mean, I basically had to start over. I mean, our family, it got so bad till we had to move away. I mean,
Yeah.
like pigs was getting poisoned and all kind of stuff till we just had to basically move away and start.
Wow.
And one of my aunts sold me the farm that I'm at now, that y'all see on the thing, and I
That's a
basically had to
blessing.
start back over. Yeah, and I just
And
kind
you
of
and that you did.
I rebuilt in his honor, and I just been blessed. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I just been blessed.
It is a blessing. Y'all need to make me an honorary member of your family, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy my cooler so you can keep that going. I'm gonna go ahead and get my cooler going and everything. So spread the rumor. Y'all got an honorary member of the family now. I appreciate you so much, Roy, for this information. Um, and I'm gonna put your information up. Do you have a website?
No, we're in the process. We're working on it. I do a lot of stuff right now just through my
To your
through my
area?
through my Instagram and my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like this summer, we'll be offering like farm tours, something that we started at the end of this year, and we kind of had to slow down for the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I will be offering farm tours. We're not just gonna be able to do them big as we wanted to do them before,
Yeah.
Now maybe now I'm gonna have to break it down to like family at a time or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
like a
To
field day.
protect everybody.
Yeah. So that'll be something that we'll be offering. That'll be showing up on my pages. Homesteading classes, just showing
Mm-hmm.
people basic gardening and all of that kind of stuff for the people that want to have them a homestead or grow herbs or
Mm-hmm.
grow a box, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm
Well, keep
excited
me
about.
posted on that. Hopefully one day, Roy Mosley Farms and Urban Farming with Trish can collab on something.
That would be great.
Well, thank you, Roy. I'll talk to you soon. We're gonna talk again.
Okay. Thank you,
All right.
Trish.
Thank you so much.
All right.